Hello all, welcome to Autobot YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn about the headless browser testing concept in Selenium. So these are the key points that we are going to cover in this video. What is headless browser, benefits and limitations, how to open IE, Mozilla and Chrome in headless mode, practical demo on creating and executing scripts in Chrome headless mode. Okay, so this is one important topic in automation testing. While you're going to deploy your boards or you're going to deploy your automation scripts to CI/CD. Okay, so please do watch the video completely and try to understand this concept and try to do the practical and understand the practical that we are going to demo during this session. So let's start. What is headless browser? Process of executing the browser simulation that do not have a GUI. Headless browsers execute like normal browser but do not display any UI. Test automation scripts run in background if we run it in headless mode. We cannot see the execution, but it will simulate all the actions in the backend. Almost all modern browsers have the capability to run in headless mode. Okay, so headless browsers is nothing but like simulating the browser actions, okay, without using any GUI. Like usually what we'll be doing, like suppose if we are taking this rpachallenge.com and if we want to fill up that first form, what we have to do, we have to go to rpachallenge.com, then we need to enter each value, right, each value in that field, and we need to click on submit. So we'll be able to open the browser and we'll able to see the GUI, right, where we want to enter the details. But if you're going to do with the headless browser, everything will be happening in the backend. Okay, no browser will get opened, so it means there won't be any GUI open. So we won't able to see anything that is going on in the user interface. So everything will happen in the backend, and the browser simulation will be happening in the backend, and the execution will get complete. Okay, so that is the purpose of a headless browser. Okay, so almost all modern browsers have the capability to run in headless mode. So to understand this concept thoroughly, I'll be doing a practical demo. Once that is completed, you will get a clear-cut understanding of what is headless browser and what is the need of this headless browser. Okay, let's move on. Benefits and limitation of headless execution. Benefits: faster automation test execution, integrate with CI/CD pipeline, supports all modern browsers, faster and easy to do web scraping in backend. Okay, suppose if you want to execute some 100 test case, okay, if you are running it in normal mode, like if you want to open that in the browser and if you want to see the GUI, like what all things are happening, it will take a lot of time. Okay, but if you go for the backend automation or to the headless execution, it will be much more faster, and the actions will be happening in a faster manner, and we'll get the reports quickly. And another benefit is integrate with CI/CD pipeline. Okay, so once you complete your test case, and if you want to integrate that with any of the CI/CD pipeline, like it may be Jenkins or Bamboo or whatever it is. So once you want to integrate that, you will have to run all these test cases in some of the remote devices, or it can be in Citrix, or it can be in any of the local, right? So during the execution, your system may not be available, like it may be in a lock state or the screen won't be present, right? So if you want to do the testing in that machine, what do you have to do? You'll have to go with a headless execution. Okay, so this headless execution will help you to integrate your test case in the CI/CD pipeline. Supports all modern browsers. Okay, so this is supporting almost all the browsers that is currently available. Faster and easy to do web scraping in backend. Suppose if there is a requirement, like if we need to open a URL and we need to scrap some data, okay, scrap some particular data or some table out of that particular web page, what we have to do? Usually we'll have to open that and then we need to get all the data from the table, right? But if you're going for the headless mode, in the backend everything will do, and if you want to write to some CSV file or to a text file, it will automatically do the opening of mm, opening of that particular URL and the scrapping of the data. Everything will happen in the backend, and it will generate you the CSV file with the output. Okay. Limitations. Recording of test execution is not possible. Like suppose if there is a requirement, like whatever execution that is going to happen, you want to record it and you want to present that to client. Okay, so there should be a GUI to record all this action, right? But if you're going for this headless execution, you won't able to see the browser open. Okay, so you won't able to record your test execution. Also can't mimic the exact user behavior. Okay, so if you're going for the normal mode of execution, we will be able to see like what are the things that is happening. Like if you're giving a click action, the browser will go to that particular button and it will click on that, right? But if you go for the headless mode, everything will be happening in the backend and you won't able to mimic the exact behavior. Okay, can't support the integration of securely if executed in headless mode. So as you all know, securely needs some GUI to work on this automation, right? So it is basically work based on the pattern identification. So if you are going to work on a headless execution, the securely integration won't work. Also, if you want to integrate with auto IT, that also won't work if you go for the headless execution. Also, debugging is not feasible. It means like as it is happening in the background, and if you want to understand what is going on in the browser, you won't be able to see the GUI, right? So the debugging of these automations won't be possible. But if you want to debug it again, what you have to do is you have to create the proper logs and you have to capture the screenshots. Okay, so that is one benefit. Like even if it is running in the backend mode, you can take the screenshot of the execution. Okay. So let's move on. Open browsers in headless mode. Okay, so how you can open different browsers in the headless mode. For that, in the last video I have shown you how to set the options for the browsers, right? For the Chrome browser I showed you like how to set the option. So same like that for Firefox or IE or for Chrome, you can set this option and you can enable the headless mode. Okay, so for Firefox, how you can do, you have to create an object for that. So Firefox options, option equal to new Firefox option, and using this option you are going to set it as headless. Okay, option dot set headless, you are putting like true, and you need to pass that option inside the WebDriver initialization. Okay, then it will get the properties of these options and it will open it in a headless mode. Same like that for edge, also the same. Edge options, edge option equal to new edge option, and we are going to add the argument like headless, and we are going to pass that options to the WebDriver initialization. Same like that Chrome also, Chrome options, option equal to new Chrome option, options dot add argument headless, and we are going to initialize the driver with the option. So your browser will get open in the headless mode. So that's it. So let me show you a practical demo on how to create a test case or a sample automation, and let's see how we can execute that in a headless mode. Okay, so for this demo purpose, I'm using the same project that I created in the last Selenium video, and in that first video we created this particular test case, right? That is a test web driver, and we set all these options and capabilities and all. And in this automation script, we are just opening this RPA challenge here, and we are taking the title, and we are just doing the assertion, and we are just printing the title, right? At the end of this video, I will show you how you can convert this test case also to headless mode and what is the result that is generating. So let me create a new test case and I will show you what is the benefit of running this test case in the headless mode and how you can execute that. Okay, so for that, the primary thing is you have to create the Chrome options, right? Chrome options equal to new Chrome options. Okay, so we have to set options dot add argument headless. Okay, then we have to pass these options inside the Chrome driver initialization. Okay, So let me do one thing. Let me not provide these options for this driver, and I will execute the test case, and I will show you how it will work in the headless mode. Okay, so here we are going to use the RPA challenge.com for doing the execution. Okay, so we know we have already seen this particular URL, and for each session this particular uh, form will get changed. Okay, the layout of this form will get changed. So I'm going to use this XPath. Okay, so this XPath is like an anchor page, so we are going to use this particular anchor and we are going to input the value. Okay, so before do that, what we have to do, we need to open the driver, right? Driver dot get. Okay, driver dot get. Then I'm going to give a small delay, 3000. Okay, then what we want to do, we need to enter the value, right? Driver dot find element by dot XPath dot what should be the XPath that we need to pass here? Okay, so let me copy this, paste it over here. Okay, so dot send keys, and what is the value that we need to pass? Okay, so here first I'm going to enter the first name. Okay, so let me copy this label. I'm going to replace this name, and I'm going to name it like a photo. So I have already done a video on this thing. So if you are not familiar about this XPath, you can watch that video and understand why we are going for this particular XPath. Okay. So if your form is dynamic and if your fields are getting changed for each session, you can go with this XPath because it works like works based on the anchor that we are going to set. Okay. So I'm just going to copy paste the same thing. So how many fields are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more, right? I'm going to paste it 6. Okay, so what are the other inputs that I need to pass? Last name. I'm going to name it like a bot. Okay, what's the other field name? I'm going to take this one, company name. Okay, then a role in company. Okay, then email ID. Autobot at gmail.com. Okay, some sample ID I'm going to give, and address, right? Address, let me put it like a YouTube channel sample. Okay, this is just for the demo purpose. I'm entering all these values. Okay, so you can replace it with the your project requirement. Phone number, I'm just going to put it like not applicable. That's it, and I need to click on submit button. Okay, so driver.find element XPath. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me create it like a CSS selector. CSS selector, and I need to remove this one, right? So inside this, what we have to pass? this is a input field, right? So this is a input field, and what we have to pass, type equal to submit, type equal to submit. Okay, then value equal to submit. Okay, so that's it. Type equal to submit, value equal to s is capital, right? So let me execute it again, and we'll see what is going to happen. Okay, so now we are going to execute it in a normal mode and not in the headless mode. Okay, so we'll able to see the browser get opened and it is entering all the values. Okay, so this is happening in the normal mode. It is opening the browser. It will enter the first name, last name, company name, phone number, role in company. It will enter everything. It will click on the submit button. Okay, so now you can see it has clicked on the submit button. So we haven't provided the driver.close, that's why it's not closed. And here you can see pass equal to 1. So let me add a driver.close as well. Okay, so that's it. Our test case is completed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to execute this in the headless mode. Okay, so for that I'm going to enable this option. Okay, and I'm going to execute it, and let's see what is going to happen. Here you can see it has started the execution. Only local conditions are allowed. Starting Chrome driver, timeout content to Chrome. Okay, so it has started the execution, but we are not able to see the browser open, right? So at the end, what will happen is it will complete the execution and it will show you the result like a pass 1. Okay, so pass 1, it means in the back end it executed and it generated the report. Okay, because we are not able to see anything in the front end, but everything happened in the back end and it executed successfully. Okay, so that is the benefit of this. And if you still want to track like whether this execution is working or not, I'm going to add the system dot out. Okay, system dot out dot print line, opening the browser. Okay, I'm just copying this one. Entering the first name. Okay, so if you are capturing the screenshot, you will get these details properly. Okay, I will do one thing. I will be doing a video for taking how to take the screenshot while doing the execution, and even I can show you how it is capturing the screenshot while it is running in the headless mode. Okay. Company name, role in company, entering the email, okay. And then after that, clicked on the submit button. Okay, so let me execute it again. So at least in the console you will come to know like, okay, all these things are happening. Okay, so only local functions are allowed. So here you have given open the browser, so it is opening the browser. Okay, then it has to enter the first name, second name, everything is happening in the backend. Okay, then it clicked on the submit button and it should have closed the driver. Then we got the summary report. Okay, so this is how your execution is working, and I will do one more thing. Okay, so let me make this test case also to the headless mode. Okay, so options dot add argument headless. Okay, so in this particular scenario, what will happen, it will open up this rpage challenge.ocr and it will take the title from the web page, and here it will do the assertion, also it will print out the value. Okay, so it has to open the this url and it has to take the title. Okay, so let's see how it is going to work. Let me execute. Okay, so this has started the execution, and now here you will able to see the title which the script capture from the page. Okay, so here you can see automation challenge, that is the title which it captured from the this url. Okay, so this is how this headless execution is working, and you won't able to see the GUI, but all this action which you're going to provide will happen in the backend. But if you're going to give the robot actions, or if you're going to do some securely or auto IT integrations, those things will not work for this headless execution, because for this robot event and all, it is happening in the current screen, right? But if you're going for the headless mode, those things won't work. Even securely as well as auto IT also won't work. Okay, so hope you're clear about this concept headless execution, and you need to understand this concept while you're creating the automation projects, and you will have to integrate this with the CI/CD pipeline at the end while you creating the test suite. Okay, so at that time you'll have to go with this headless mode. So please do this video in your system, try out these options, and even with Chrome option, it is providing different properties, okay, to modify your Chrome or your driver. You can explore on that, and you can understand what are the different properties that these Chrome options are providing. Okay, uh, so if you are clear about this video and if you find this useful, please like the video, please give your valuable comments, please share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. So thanks for watching the video. Bye.